I don't want you to see, he says softly, told me. What? Why?
We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fair to say. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello beautifuls, this is Aromie here, and welcome back to Tailor Tales. We are here. I feel like my camera is so high. We are here. Gonna give our boy a hug. Because I'm praying us hugging him is showing him that we care. Hopefully. Seeing Dimitri look so defeated, filled with probably years long of resentment, I can't help but sympathize with him. I move closer to him across the couch and I throw my arms around his shoulder, leaning my head against him so that I lay in the nook of his neck. Dimitri feels tense, but he lets out a shaky breath and relaxes a little bit. Leaning into my touch, I slowly start to rub his back for him. It's not much, but it's all I can do for him at the moment. I don't want him to suffer all alone. I'm sorry you have shitty parents, I whisper. She whispered that, but I'm really aggro. Dimitri gently rests his head against mine. I can feel his glasses poke the top of my head. Not like it's your fault. He takes in a breath, but thanks. We stay like this together for a while, resting against each other in a comfortable silence. I get lost in my thoughts about Dimitri and his relationship with his family. I remove myself from Dimitri's shoulder and sit up straight. Your birthday is soon, isn't it? I ask, suddenly recalling that it's very close. He nods at me. Yes, on the 30th of this month. I'll be 20. You'll finally be out of your teens, I tease him. Then you'll only be 3 years older than me, he says this as he looks at me with a cocky smile. You make it sound like I'm really old. No, I meant it always feels like I'm catching up to you, he mumbles. There's nothing to catch up to, Dimitri. I'll always be older than you. Dimitri looks down at the floor as a look of irritation flashes on his face. He quickly masks it with a small smile, though. Oh, I didn't realize age was such a touchy subject for him. Anyways, do you have anything special planned? You mentioned wanting to celebrate it with me at the market. You just reminded me of something. What's the matter? No, never mind. Tell me about Kim. I'm waiting for that. Oh, come on. You can't say that and leave me hanging. What is it? I can tell it's not something he wants to talk about as he's biting his lip and giving me these sad eyes. It's just, he coughs. Kim, my coworker. She wants to hang out on my birthday. Fuck. Something stirs silently inside my stomach. Is that a bad thing? I asked, trying to keep my feelings at bay. If Dimitri is interested in Kim, I sure support him. But then I remember that Dimitri was hiding from her at the market. Hey, didn't you say you were hiding from Kim at the market? Dimitri bites down on his lips and timidly nods his head. I don't know what to do, Michiko, he says softly. What happened? My curiosity's piqued. Dimitri turns his head away to the side, glancing down at the floor. He lets out a deep sigh and mumbles something under his breath. She sort of confessed to me. See, I assume so, and I was ready for it, but I'm not ready for it because I'm hurt. I'm hurting. This doesn't come as a surprise to me at all, yet I'm finding myself feeling threatened. My emotions are a mess. Am I really upset some girl confessed to Dimitri? Yes. This is stupid. I should be supportive. And do you like her as well? Don't ask him that. I force myself to ask. Oh god, my heart hurts. Dimitri tilts his face and peers through his bangs at me. He looks conflicted, like he wants to say something. He takes in a deep breath. No, I'm not interested. That's the thing. And suddenly that awful feeling of being threatened is gone. Instead, I'm feeling elated? No, I'm still hurting. Not at all, I press. He shakes his head. Not at all. He repeats my words. Back to the issue at hand. Dimitri doesn't know how to deal with someone confessing to him. So, you don't know how to face her, I conclude. Dimitri nods his head, pouting at me. Oh, you're so cute. She's my coworker, so avoiding her at work isn't really possible. Have you rejected her? He hangs his head down. Yeah, she knows, which is why it's awkward. And she still wants to hang out with you on your birthday. Kim has got some guts, I'll admit that. Yes, but blue eyes lock with mine. I want to spend it with you. Oh. Touched. Holy, if looks could slay. Calm down, Michiko. No need to throw yourself into a tizzy whenever Dimitri says something suggestive. I turn myself away from his gaze, feeling my cheeks glowing hot. This is not good. You don't want to. No. No, don't. Stop. I really love you. Stop. Dimitri asked in this sad voice. What should I do? My heart is beating faster. I didn't plan on this. I didn't realize that Dimitri wanting to spend time with me on his birthday over some other girl would make me feel so happy. Of course I do. Are you? Of course. I don't even give a shit about the... I'm so fierce in all my options now. Of course I do. I finally say. It's the truth. Dimitri looks relieved, smiling at me. Damn, his temple is shooting arrows through my heart. This really isn't good for me. Oh, good. I was a little nervous you'd have other plans, Dimitri chuckles. A swarm of butterflies flutter towards the surface inside of me. What have I gotten myself into? No, I'm free. I can spend time with you, I say. My voice sounds shaky. Dimitri's smile grows wider. He looks so adorable. I brush my hair behind my ear, finding myself embarrassed for some reason. I can't wait, he exclaims. Oh boy. Then, would it be too bold of me to make a request, he asks. I look at him, wondering what it could be. Well, he grows bashful all of a sudden. Would you bake a cake with me, just like last time? Oh, you're so sweet and adorable. I didn't really do much last time, though, I point out. It was mostly Dimitri who did everything. That's fine. It was a lot of fun, he says with an adorable chuckle. He relaxes a little. Anything I end up doing with you is fun. Oh no, Dimitri, please stop. You have no idea what you're doing to me right now. I need to leave before this gets worse. I stand up from the couch. Anyways, you should simply tell Kim that you've already got plans if you don't know how else to reject her. Dimitri nods at me. Alright. I bite my lip as Dimitri keeps staring at me with that smile. I feel put on the spot. I'm gonna check to see if Amanda needs any last minute changes to her dress. I dash out of the living room, my cheeks pink and my heart beating way too fast. 'Cause I'm in love. It takes a day to calm down my feelings. I have reached out to Mandy and checked in with her. Nothing new, though. Everything is still par from the course. The wedding is on the 15th, which is rapidly approaching. It'll be next week, in fact. I should probably look at the wedding invitation again to double-check the time. I search for the invitation, but for some reason I can't seem to find it. Motherfucker, what? It appears I may have misplaced it somewhere. It was such a pretty card. It'd be a shame if I lost it now. I look through my drawers and the cabinets, even a little peek underneath my couch. There's nothing but Santa hiding underneath the couch. I giggle and pet her head. I resume my search, but I really can't seem to find anything. Maybe I should ask Dimitri. He's home right now since it's pretty late. I pulse quick into the thought of him, remembering that yesterday he was being so cute and wanted to spend time with me on his birthday. The jittery feelings are back. I try to shake them off and knock on Dimitri's door. I breathe out as I wait for his reply. I don't want to walk in on him like last time. Come in, he says. I take a deep breath and open the door. Hi! Do you happen to have my card? Dimitri is on his laptop, seemingly engrossed in a video game, holding a controller in his hands. You're what? You're on the computer using a controller. I pray you're just using it to drive a car when you can just click with your mouse and swing PC Master Race. Hey, he says, only half paying attention. His back is turned towards me. Dimitri, I lost the invitation to Mandy's wedding. Have you seen it? Nuh-uh, he replies. He's very focused on the game. Well, that's a little disappointing. I really want to know the time the wedding is starting, though. Do you remember the time the wedding starts at? Although I have a feeling Dimitri can't really split his attention like this, so he wouldn't be able to answer me. He drawls. I think some loud hacking noises burst through his speakers. Too busy, I ask, chuckling a little. Oh, sorry. Dimitri pauses the game and finally looks at me. What is it? Do you know the time the wedding starts? Oh, no, actually. No idea, actually. You can check my invitation. It's over on the bookshelf somewhere, says Dimitri, and he points towards his bookcase. He then unpauses the game and continues hacking away with a sword and shield. I glance over towards his bookcase, looking at all the random things neatly stored. Oh wait, what the hell is he playing? Dimitri seems to keep things tidy. He's got a knack for it. Is he playing Zelda, actually? There's a silver envelope on one of the shelves. It's the invitation. I reach out for it and open it up, finding the information I was looking for. It seems the wedding starts at 5 p.m. Great, that's all I needed to know. I slip the card back into the envelope and gently tuck it between some books. That's when I noticed there's a photo album of Dimitri's school years and in between his regular books. Oh, this seems like fun. I can see Dimitri again when he was younger. This will be good. Dimitri is too distracted by the game to even notice me, so I take my chance. I take the album from the bookcase and flip it open. Okay, I thought you were going to take it out of the room and look at it and then put it back. It's got a picture of him and his classmates when he was in his second grade on the first page. Even though a lot of the children look alike, I can still spot Dimitri. His hair used to be a lot lighter. He's wearing glasses at a young age. I can't help but smile as I flip the page onto the third grade. With each passing year, Dimitri's hair grows darker until he's about 9 years old and has the same brown mop of hair as he does now. His smile is the same though, so cute. It seems he had the mole underneath his eye since he was about 5, but he's always had that dimple. I turn to another page and I'm met with a wave of nostalgia. That's Dimitri when he's 13 years old. He looks exactly like how I remember him. He's not smiling in the picture this time. That's first. He also seems to be standing on the far right of the rest of his classmates. I touch the picture with my fingers, remembering the time I first met him in the rain. He does look older than the rest of his classmates, like he doesn't fit in at all. I browse further through the book, skipping a couple of pictures until I stop when he's about 17 years old. He looks so different. No longer is he wearing those glasses, and he's got a more stylish haircut. He also seems to have grown taller. Wait, are those earrings I spy? I push the book up to my nose, looking at the small studs in his ears. Dimitri, I didn't realize you had your ears pierced.
Huh?
Dimitri's head finally turns away from the screen. Earrings? He repeats. I show the album to him, tapping my finger on his picture. Here, look, your ears are pierced. That's a look of realization dawning on Dimitri's face when he sees I've been looking through his photo album. Then he widens his eyes in a panic. Why are you looking at my photo album? He demands to know. He pauses again and reaches out for the book, but I pull it back and hug it close to my body. No way is he getting it. I'm enjoying myself looking at Dimitri's old pictures, memories from back when I lost contact with him. What's wrong with it? I question. Give it back, he says, his voice high-pitched. Dimitri drops the controller and steps closer to me, once more lunging for the book. I quickly turn around to evade his feeble attempts. I flip to another page, seeing a large portrait of Dimitri. He's definitely got his ears pierced. Did you go through a phase? I snicker. Michi, stop looking at that! Dimitri begs me. Dimitri is slowly advancing on me, blocking my exit. I quickly dash towards my left and jump up on his bed, holding the album above my head. This is not gonna... This is not going to end well. Because I'm on the bed now. Why don't you want me to looking through this? Is it because you're embarrassed you had your ears pierced? I think that's cute. Dimitri growls at me, losing his patience. He follows after me and jumps onto the bed as well. His hands are stretched out in front of him, itching for the album. Michiko! He cries out desperately. I'm having way too much fun teasing him like this, so I grin at him, watching the book protectively underneath my arm. Dimitri once more makes a move to grab it from me, but I step backwards, successfully thwarting his attempt. But my foot gets hooked underneath his blanket and I lose my balance. My body tips backwards and I yelp out loud. Dimitri catches my wrist, trying to keep me upright, but eventually he loses his footing on the mattress as well and goes down with me. He falls right on top of me and I'm squished between him and the mattress. Oh, hello. We meet again. Similar position as the twister. Blue eyes are upon me, wide and fierce, piercing straight through me. Suddenly it feels like there's no oxygen in the air and I've stopped breathing. I can't tell whether it's because Dimitri's body is heavy or because his eyes have captured me. His brow furrow, a stern expression adorning his face. Then he presses my wrist deeper into the mattress, pinning me down so that I can't escape. With his other hand, he easily takes the book from me. I'm too shocked to do anything about it. What happened to his earrings, by the way? I want to see him in earrings. What else can I do with Dimitri on top of me? Our bodies are touching each other in places they probably shouldn't be touching. I mean, I could poke him on his sides and then he'll fall over and then I could roll out. But Dimitri looks calm and composed. Isn't it supposed to be the other way around? Isn't Dimitri supposed to be flustered here? Why am I the one who's feeling uneasy? Why does he suddenly look so serious and unlike himself? His lips are pressed into a thin line and eyes that hold some kind of secret. Dimitri looks so different. He lets the book fall. What? Why are you letting the book fall? He lets the book fall to the floor but doesn't let go of my wrist, nor does he make any attempt to pull himself away. I feel like struggling here will be futile. He's got me under his thumb. Finally, I find my voice again. Why can't I see it? Your old photos. He blinks slowly and deliberately as his blue eyes finally tear themselves away from mine. I don't want you to see, he says softly. The old me. What? Why? Dimitri glances at me with the same serious expression as before. I can't help but find my heart quickening. He leans closer to me, his face near mine. The tips of his brown hair touch my forehead. His lips part so he can speak. Wait, were they always this lush? I want you to see the current me, he breathes out. I want to choke and say that it's not, that it's hard not to see him when his face is all up in mine, but I find myself breathless, like I'm under a spell. Brushed the hair out of his face, or what do you mean? I'm kind of leaning toward the fierce choice, just because he's being quite fierce to me too. So we're gonna go for it. Without thinking about it, my free hand moves on its own. My fingertips slightly touch Dimitri's cheek. Ha! Got him. He reacts briefly, a little surprised, yet his eyes were still unwavering, searching mine for answers to questions that I'm in the dark of. I slide my fingers along his cheek and push his hair away, tucking the locks behind his ear. I don't know why I've never seen it before, but I can see a small little dot on his earlobe, a scar from having pierced his ears. Being this close to him, I see everything. I see the contact lenses in his eyes, the mole right underneath it. I can even see the very faint emergence of beard stubble on his skin. No, this is definitely not the old Dimitri. This Dimitri is much different, yet still the same. I smile at him, unable to look away. I see you, I say. Then my finger brushes across his earlobe. He jerks away a bit from the sensation. I still want to know. Why'd you pierce them? We're not gonna find out till the next episode. So thank you guys for watching today's episode. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
touch it, touch it, touch it.